right, so we are here with the coach of the All-Stars team from Benin. He's a Frenchman, so I've gotten the lady here to do the translation for me. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay,
good afternoon.
Bonjour.
No, I say good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good.
Okay, good afternoon.
Just want to find out from coach. Coming to Ghana, what really was their expectation for this particular tournament?
Ok, coach. Donc, on veut savoir que quand vous venez au Ghana, de quoi est-ce que vous vous attendez? Parce que c'est un jeu entre vous et plusieurs pays. Donc, de quoi est-ce que vous vous attendez quand vous étiez en route pour venir au Ghana?
Ok, merci. Et pour quitter le Bénin, notre premier objectif, c'est de venir ici pour se mesurer avec les autres, pour acquérir assez de connaissances, de nouvelles connaissances et voir notre niveau de jeu par rapport aux pays anglophones surtout.
Okay, so from the coach, he's saying that when they were coming here, their first expectation is actually to come and mingle with other countries and also to know the level of the play that they have actually, because they are coming to face big countries like Ghana and Nigeria. So actually to learn new tactics and also to know their level of play. How is it going?
And also, is this an all-star team from Benin, and how did they pick them? What is it that is a team on its own, or is just a handpick of great stars from Benin that they put them together?
Ok, donc on voit que vous êtes all-star, tous les stars de Benin. Donc comment est-ce que vous avez composé votre équipe? Est-ce que c'était une équipe qui était déjà là, ou bien vous avez pris de cette équipe, vous avez formé votre équipe pour venir ici?
Non, All Star, c'est une équipe qui existait depuis très longtemps. Donc, nous avons grandi ensemble. La majorité vient de l'INGEPS. De l'INGEPS. L'INGEPS, c'est l'Institut national de la jeunesse et des sports du Bénin. Donc, ils forment les professeurs DPS. Donc, la majorité des joueurs sont issus de là-bas. C'est les produits locaux, rien que des locaux. Il n'y a pas d'étrangers parmi nous. Donc, c'est un peu ça.
Ok, so from the coach, he's saying that All Star is not some pick from different teams. No, it's a team that exists in Benin. Yes, and they are mostly from in one of the biggest center in Benin that is recognized nationally. So it's not like they pick from different teams. It's a team on its own in Benin.
All right, so finally, what's the target coming to this competition? Are they coming in to win? They are coming to also, hone their talent, or what's really the target for this one?
La dernière question, quel est votre objectif même de ce jeu? Est-ce que vous êtes venu ici dans l'objectif, dans le but de gagner, ou bien vous êtes venu ici dans le but d'acquérir de nouvelles connaissances et peut-être revenir la prochaine fois?
Non, notre premier objectif, comme je l'ai dit, c'est de voir notre niveau de jeu. Et la deuxième chose, c'est faire tout possible pour ne pas être, pour être dans les trois premiers. Dans les trois premiers surtout.
So is it their first target or their first objective is, first of all, like you said, to get acquaintance with all the team, and their second objective is not to actually lose, but to be among the first two or second or third. At least if they are not winning, they should be among the three people going home with something. Yes.
Right. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
coach.
thank you.
The name is?
My name is Mendeton Kaku Ib Marcos.
Okay. All right, Coach Magnus.
Oh, yes.
All right, so thank you very much. I've been speaking to Coach Magnus. He's the head coach for the All-Stars team from Benin, just to pick his thoughts on this game that they are going to play against Nigeria's Customs. A big game by all standards between Nigeria and Benin, if we should put it that way. So when we're back, I get to speak to the Customs team from Nigeria and hear from their coach as well. All right, so I've got Coach Jonah Adamu here. He's the head coach for the Customs of Nigeria, just to also pick his thoughts when it game against the Benin All-Star. Coach, good afternoon.
Welcome.
And also welcome, if we should put it that way. Really, is this your first time in Ghana?
Not really. It's been a while. But I would say it's the first time. Because I've stayed more than 6 years coming to Ghana. Yes.
Wow. And is it the first time at the Super Volleyball Championship?
Yes, for sure, yeah.
Okay. So, going against Benin in this one, What really is your expectation?
Our target is to win. It's our first match, but we take every match as it comes. You don't under any team on an international level. So we play them as they play.
Interesting. And also, would this be your first time competing with them at any competition at all?
Yeah. Club national, this is the first time I'm facing them, my team. Yeah.
Okay. Coming into this tournament, actually, what was the plan and what's the target for you?
With the encouragement we are going to get from the Controller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, not unexpected, but the trophy. Going back home with the trophy.
We say we are sorry. Obviously, you might not go to the World Cup, but it doesn't mean that you might not win today's game, and so promises to be exciting. Pretty surely we'll get you the lineups of both teams, but then already some people here have started making predictions, giving their additions to the teams. They believe that with the naked eye, they see some good vibes from the players. Cornelius, we are in for another big one. It is Niger taking on Benin. The Niger Customs taking on the All-Star boys. The All-Stars are in the red, and then, of course, the Niger side in the blue. Maybe they wanted to change a bit. Yesterday, the green didn't work for them. So this time around, you never know, the blue might work for them.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon to you viewers at home and across the world. This is the Borteyman Sports Complex. We are here live on GHOne TV and across the EIB network. We are also live on the Super Volleyball Championship YouTube platform. Right, so Jones, like you said, perhaps the Nigerian team or the Nigerians can take solace in staging a certain kind of, should I say, a relief with this volleyball tournament. And like you said earlier, some people are already making the predictions that the Nigerians might win this. Just seeing the free net spikes, among other things. This in your shot now is our captain, the captain of the Nigerian team, Philip.
Akande Philip.
Yes. All right, Philip in your shot earlier, and then he will lead the charges of the Nigerian team to a possible
But from your experience, I mean, with regards to the naked eye, you see a tall, lanky player and be like, oh, nah, this team, they're Charlie, then go finish this other team. What do you make of it from your years of experience of playing volleyball?
Yes, it's quite so, because we have such a tall player with such a wealth of experience to have, gone up the ladder to assume captainship of a team. It means that he has a lot to offer. And then this being their first match in the Super Volleyball Championship, they want to begin strong and then begin on a very good note.
Well, there you see the man, Akande Philip Ayobami, very, very tall, lanky man in his 20 attire, putting the boys together, making sure that they are ready. You can hear their chants, hey, hey, hey. Well, I don't know what it is with volleyball and hey, but earlier today, the Nigerian female side gave us hey. As for Elwak Wings, you know that they always give you a hey. Let's see if the All-Stars will come with some chobwe or some But then the promises to be exciting here. Of course, we're live on our social media handles, on GHOne TV, on YouTube, on Facebook, and then of course on X, or you want to call it Twitter. Elon Musk says we should call it X now, but then we are streaming live across our social media. And then of course, don't forget that the 6th of December, ladies and gentlemen, the Star Corporate Walk will be happening. Yes, put together by Star 103.5 FM. So wherever you're listening from, you're watching us from, make sure that you join us on the 6th of December for the Star Corporate Walk. But then for now, it is volleyball, and we're waiting to get underway here. The men from Benin in the red attire, and let's quickly get you the men who will be doing battle for their teams. And so we have the all-star side, and for them, the captain Techu Claver, who is in the number 9 shirt, Al Hassan Hafiz, as well as Keke Pakomi. Well, in Nigeria, you know what Keke is. You know what Keke is. Keke na Pep, yeah? But then for the Beninois, we also have Bassan Regis, Hongbe Albert, as well as Namo Shabel, making the first set of players who starts for the Beninois side, or the All-Stars boys. And for the Niger Custom side, ladies and gentlemen, we have Gambo Godfred, as well as Badmus Taiwo, Okoye Prince Will, Adenyi Favor, as well as Michael Degley and Akande Philip Ayobami, making the boys who would lead the charges for the Niger Customs. Expectations for this game, Cornelius?
Well, I expect the Nigerian Customs side to put this match to a very quick sleep with a 3-0 victory. Looking at their pedigree and then their form, it's not easy to be one of the best teams in Nigeria. So they are here representing literally the entire country of Nigeria, and then seeing them alone should give you some messages that they didn't come to play, and they are very serious about it. You can see the Beninois You can see in your shot now Hafiz, who is looking on with some focus.
Well, so waiting for the stats, and it is a super volleyball right here in Accra, Ghana at Borteyman. Yes, do join us. Do join us right from today. Of course, we're here on Sunday, and we are here today as well. And we'll be here on a Wednesday, here on Thursday, on Friday. Of course, all the way through to Sunday when we crown the volleyball championship. And so Hafiz will get us underway, getting the green light from the referee, and let's see how it does go for the men.
Right, the first block. That's the first block there for the Beninois side.
And I mean, what does this do if you do get a first point in a volleyball match of this nature?
It increases your morale. It gets you going. It gets you happy. But well, will it last? Is the question.
Now Clava does send one in, and yet to see that brilliant one from Benin. The All Stars showing some resilience in there, and another point from
wow, Hafiz. Hafiz doing the most.
And Nigeria would need to keep things calm, but then you see Hafiz and his boys showing that they are up and doing for this game.
Right, it's very true. I mean, that's the very first point of call, to block and be very disciplined at the net.
Now the Niger boys, and another one serve this time around. Well,
unfortunately,
gets their first point.
Regis enters the net or touches the net with an attempt to block Philip.
And we always talk about mistakes, errors. We look at that again. First time seeing the tall, lanky man, Akambe. And,
wow.
Look at this. Look at this from Clava. Techu Clava showing some resilience. And Nigeria were not prepared for this at all.
Right, they weren't. I was thinking they would have a run through, but the Beninois have come indeed to give us such a match.
And it looks like the All Stars are frustrating the Niger Customs here.
Prince Will.
Yes, and looks will deceive you, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it or not, the All Stars are up by 4.1. Cornelius, interesting game so far.
Well, I could say that it's also early days yet, as we saw in other matches that the lead in volleyball can just be raised within a twinkling of an eye.
So we will now see Digley, Michael Digley, in his 12 shirts. Let's see if he gets us a good serve. And poor one.
Well, I can say once again, it's these kinds of mistakes that will come back to haunt you later in the set, where the set gets close. You find out that you give your opponent 3 points.
Michael Digley could not dig in, and now we would see Basani that sends one in, and out it goes. Point for Niger Customs, who need to catch up with the All Stars.
Again, the race is to the 25th point, so whoever gets there first is bound to win the game. So we wait to see. Wow, that's an ace there.
And it goes in. Niger picking up the pace gradually, 5-4. And now we see the captain of the side there. You watch it again, right from the serve. And went in, he thought it was going out.
Yes,
on the line.
That's a technical
This time, Benin keep the ball up. Oh, brilliant one. Can Nigeria do same? Yes, they do same. Sent in, the block comes in again. Ball still in the air. And out it goes. Talked about how tall these guys are. And they try to send it hot. But then before it gets to the ground, it's too cold.
I tell you what, the Beninois are putting up such a fight. They are giving the Nigerians a run for their money. It has not been easy. It's just amazing that we could expect this from them. Wow! Wow!
And there you have the Sioux. Ladies and gentlemen, Ronaldo reigns here. Ronaldo reigns here. And the Beninois, the All-Stars, indeed, the stars are shining. It is 4:26, ladies and gentlemen. It is yet to get dark, but trust me, the stars are shining here. And it ends a good run from Namu Shabel. He had close to 5 points.
Yes,
from his serves.
And that's what the jump service could do. It goes with such power and speed, such that you are not able to easily pick it up. But with a good positioning, you can give a good reception for your setter to work with it.
Okoye Prince Wall. And brilliant one from Kazem Mutui, and getting a point for the Niger Customs, who would need to level things up pretty shortly. And Okoye Prince Wall sends this in again. All Stars. Oh, good block from Niger. The All Stars will recoup.
Wow.
Powerful one coming in from Clave, captain of the side. Techu Clave regains the serve for the All Stars.
That was a bad set, and then the joust, he picks one of the middle blocker of Nigeria there.
And Benin,
wow, lovely touch.
Great one from the Niger boys. And so the returns in their favor, 11-13. Who would have thought, well, for some of our viewers, they would be looking to check if the odds are looking so good. Probably on soccer bets. Obviously, proud sponsors of this year's event. And good blocking there again. There they say it's not about who gets it right from the beginning, but then it is about how you end. And Nigeria getting their fans onto their feet, edging them on. Badmos, All Stars. Oh, a fake shot.
Wow, that's a miscue. That's a miscue, and it's one of the nightmares of the middle combination there. For your middle blocker not to be able to reach your ball, or it goes beyond him where the outside hitter is not able to recover. Quite unfortunate.
13 all. The All Stars 13, the Niger Customs 13. And here is Niger.
Wow.
Yes.
Taiwo comes in with a pipe there, a powerful pipe. Drives straight to the fifth position. Position 5 of the Beninois team. He's on the service run as well.
Well, you talked about pipe. I looked at Benghazi and I thought, is it Duat? Poor one from Badmos Taiwo. And 14 all.
Right. So the pipe.
You never know. We're yet to see a 3-2 in the competition so far.
Yes.
The Super Volleyball Championship, although we saw a 3-1 yesterday. You never know. This game might give us a 3-2.
I'm sure it would, because of the fire. We are 14-14 now. We are tied, and then both teams are showing off exactly what they could do, and even more, giving us a run for our money here at the Borteyman Sports Complex.
And Ange comes in, well received by Niger. Yes. It goes out. Again, the height of the Niger boys. Well, the eagerness to get it into the box, and I can count close to 8 points lost on that count of hitting it outside the area of the All-Stars.
Right.
Block comes in by the Niger Niger boys will bring it into the court of the All-Stars. The All-Stars block, and now it goes. Nice one from Clave. Clave is a clever man.
Jones, I can tell you, this is why he's the captain of the team. He makes a comfortable play so that the team can get a point. Any point is a point. Let me say it in the Nigerian routine. Point na point. However they get, I know they concern us. Point na point. Just make point and go your way.
I believe our Niger friends who are watching all the way in Nigeria would be smiling with the Niger vibes from Cornelius, my co-commentator for this afternoon. And so Benin would cook and well received by Niger. Resets and they keep the ball up. Benin, is that a good block?
Good block.
Yes, good block from the man. He's back. He had to be substituted. Clay said, and he's back, getting the point for Niger, captain of the side. Then you watch him again, combining with Denyeni Favor to get a point for the Niger Customs. Very tall, this Niger guys. And Benin will keep it up. Cooking well. Brilliant
Wow.
one. Brilliant one.
Wow.
Brilliant one.
Nicely done there by Hafiz.
Didn't come to play at all. Wonderful one. You know, it reminds me of this song. It's not by might, it's not by power. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. It's a true representation here. It is not by might and not by power. That is what Benin, the All-Stars, are telling us this evening here at the Borteyman Sports Complex.
Are you calling this a David and Goliath story?
Well, I'm not saying that though, but you never know. You never know. And it's time for the Niger to respond. 17-17, ladies and gentlemen. KG encounter so far. Yeah, we've had some great games, but this has proven to be exciting right from the onset. And ball is kept in play. Benin putting some good shifting there. And Niger, Benin still up to the task. And finally, it's still up, ladies and gentlemen. And there they have it. What a point for Benin. Enjoying themselves here.
Kabel doing the most.
And look at them flying. The stars are flying. Well, stars do not have wings, ladies and gentlemen, but they are flying here. And captain of the side, Akande, he can't. Akande can, ladies and gentlemen. 18-17, All-Stars, Niger Customs.
Interesting rally. We had a mega rally. This is the longest rally in the men's category so far. Beautifully recovered.
Whoa.
Wow.
There you see the tall big man. Akande Philip responds and takes Niger back to 18 on level with the All-Stars. We are in for a game today.
I tell you, such a game. That's the replay in your shot now. He goes for it and gets it. The wrist away by Philip.
And the All-Stars will come again. Was that is a net foul?
Unfortunately, Cargill violated the net.
And so,
with that thing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, would you believe it? We are up on our feet. Yes, in commentary position, we are up on our feet. That's how exciting this game is. And the All-Stars would give it up. They send it in. Niger boys. And a block is on. Can we get Akande on? They get a point. Niger will get a 2-point lead. Niger Customs finally making things look a bit comfortable for themselves.
Yes, Taiwo came with the fire there on the repeat, and then he gets it. There's a timeout from the team All-Stars from Benin, and then it's getting heated.
So heated. You look at that from the man Taiwo. Badmos Taiwo. Bad one from Badmos. Keeps it in. And look at the dejected face of the likes of Mbe, Norbert. But then you see the assistant coach speaking to the boys, edging them on. 18-20 at the Borteyman Sports Complex. They can afford to smile and call on the gods, the Niger gods, who were deaf and were not responding to the Super Eagles yesterday, but the Niger Customs maybe can get a smile and a response from the gods. They lead 20-18 to the All-Stars. And that's coming from Niger. The All-Stars sending it again. Good block. Kande and his legs setting in, is kept in. Brilliant work from Benin. Showing super volleyball here. And it's still up. Wow. Niger, Benin, keep it up. And finally, you would have to succumb. Ladies and gentlemen, the applause here from Benghazi, who says he used to play back in the day. I will not believe that until I see a picture.
And, beautiful piece of volleyball play here.
Emmanuel Uda. Yes. Uda jump steps. And Benin, big block.
Monster block there.
Big one from Akande Philip Ayobami, captain.
We call it a monster block. One-on-one with Kabel coming to the pipe position to attack, and then Philip staying disciplined to block.
Ayobami, Akande Philip, captain of the side, edging his boys, and it looks like after all the competition, Benin are looking lost, 22-18, and Niger keeps it up, keeps it in play. Sends a final one in, looks up, sends a cool one, trying to confuse, and Benin down again. The All-Stars are looking dejected, and he says, "I told you so, coach." You can see Benin getting out of this set. 23-18 is looking like it is out of their hands.
It's looking like, but like I cautioned earlier, a lead in volleyball may be no lead at all. If your opponent gets a good serving run, you'll be in deep waters. So you better watch out. Beautiful service once again.
Akande.
Wow.
24-20, 24-18. And you can see that again. Brilliant one from Princewell. And the block goes out, so the man still serves. Uda. Benin receives it brilliantly. Falls. And Easy does it. Easy does it for the Niger Customs. The tall man in the form, captain of the side, Akande Philip Ayobami, ending this set and winning it for the Niger Customs. It was a tough one, trust me, and the Benin boys have shown us that they didn't come to play.
Exactly, they came to really show us what they are made of, and they are doing that. Only that the Nigerian team has overpowered them in this first set. And like I have said earlier, without giving your opponent something tough to deal with, like what Emmanuel Uda has been on the 7 run at the line, powerful jump service. If your opponents are not ready and are not good in passing, then they may give the setter some problems to work with the ball. But that's a nice service run there by Emmanuel Uda, and then the captain of the side, Philip Akande, putting that last ball away to give the Nigerian team a set ahead.
And you can see the replay, some highlights of that. We talk about how tall and ambitious the Niger boys look, and really, I mean, taking responsibility for shots like this. But then the things that is, I think it's something that the Benin boys really capitalized on in this game.
Yes, you may take the service ball for granted until it's coming to you at around 100 kilometers, 120 kilometers an hour, and it's that fast and quick. With a little reaction or not, you may have problems.
Well, the fans here enjoying some good volleyball as well. Sweet baby girls, Benghazi would love to call them, not in my words, in the words of Benjamin Yamwa. He would say sweet baby girls. Yes, also here. And so if you're missing out, well, if you can't be with us here, make sure you always leave the channel or your TV on GHOne TV. We're giving you everything volleyball this week, and that is how we do it at EIB Sports. EIB Sports, I will tell you, won't be talking. Of course, Wafa Winter of Kasapa and Ago TV here producing us, making sure that we have everything we need to give you the best of coverage when it comes to the Super Volleyball Championship that will continue all the way and end on Sunday. So we'll be with you tomorrow as well. We'll be with you on Wednesday. We'll be with you on Thursday, Friday, and then of course all the way to Sunday when the final happens here. And Benin really started well, had a lead at some point, but then Niger showed supremacy and won the set.
Again, a lead in volleyball may be wiped out with just a service run from one player. Well, they started well. Let's see as the second set comes on whether they could capitalize on their good start to also win a set, to bring the set to level pegging. I wish that they would, because this will be an exciting match though.
Well, who are you? Niger fans are not happy with you at all, Cornelius. A lot of Nigerians who are probably watching in the comfort of their homes and would not be happy with you. But then the fans here enjoying some good volleyball. We saw the police team dismantling their counterparts from the Navy. In fact, in both men and women categories. And then, of course, we saw the Awak Wings losing to the prison service as well. And Kalibi destroying the immigration 3 sets to nothing. So the Kalibi
accelerator or the pedal and then keep pressing on. If you are down by a set, you want to get back to equal pegging as early as possible. Try to get back your form and then build confidence as well.
And so we're back for the second set. Let's see if Benin can cook something. They really showed some good volleyball, but they'll fall to the point of the Niger Customs, and Niger showing intentions right from the start.
Exactly, that's what you want to do. That was beautiful disguise.
So Niger up again. They receive the ball and great block from Hafiz and his legs. 1-1 it goes. This time around they need to make sense and make good use of the points.
Exactly. Each point that you dash with a service error comes back to haunt you. So, well,
it does go out. Long one from the young man Shabel Inamu. Now is a 10 of the 18-shirted Badmos Taiwo. Badmos, and they keep it up, Niger. Your Stars, and brilliant one from the Niger boys. Setting in, what is it? It's going to be net foul.
Exactly. I would have to explain this rule. So for the libero, I mean, when I say the libero, the number 10 shirted man in your shot with a different jersey color, yes, the odd one, his role is at the back court. Hence, if he steps anywhere beyond the 3-meter line, and that's an overhead set, like we'll see in the replay shortly. If he does that, that's a foul. Right, that's a foul. But if he does that and then sets it to the back court, where somebody hits from the back court, then that's a good ball. So his role is quite dicey. There are a lot of rules, and then restrictions for his role. And again, like I explained in the other broadcast, he's the defensive player of the team. His duty is to receive and to defend hard balls and hard services. We continue now.
And then you keep it up, but final decision making from the All-Stars from Benin. And now we see the introduction of GHOne TV. GHOne TV in his all green attire, waiting, looking on as Captain Philip sends one in and trying to get the ball over, but the ball from Basani will fall short and they'll concede a point to the Customs.
Right. So again, this is those small errors that would come back to haunt you. We would like to minimize it as much as possible.
But Kande gives it up. Oh, referee spots another foul and awards a point to Benin. Someone would probably think it is the African Games. No, it is not the African Games, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Super Volleyball Championship live here at the Borteyman Sports Complex.
Wow, that comes with a lot. Kazim from the middle there. On your screen now, that's a shoot ball. Beautiful wrist away and puts it.
Benin, grade 1 from Clever, but is kept in. That goes out for Benin. And the points are so close, tells you. But I hope that this time around, the winning bus will not leave Benin behind, like what happened in the first set. Nigeria sending in again, showing some good level. And GHOne not too happy with himself. It was a powerful one from the Customs. And you know, when you get to the Customs and you don't have the right papers, you are sacked. And it's looking like Benin are getting a sack letter. Well, they pick a point and he apologizes to his team. And the man in the 15 shirt, Emmanuel Uda.
Right, that's from the replay earlier on the middle attack there. The height at which he's playing the ball is amazing. The Beninois middle blockers couldn't reach that height. Here we go. Oh,
you know what? I'm sure there's someone at home watching and be like, for me, I can't even get it to the next court. And look at you trying to get it all over beyond the other court. And now Kazim would pick, sends a serve in for the All-Stars. It goes out and another hey from the Niger boys.
He went for a tight angle and he had to be way above the net to put that away.
The All-Stars. Great block from Niger. Ball is kept up. Very feeble one, but as you always say, a point is a point.
Point na point. Anyhow they get time, no they consign us.
Brilliant one from the man Basani, getting a point for the All-Stars. So Basani will now serve. And Niger keep it up, but final communication not received from the sender. And consider another point to the All-Stars. 7-8. Niger 8, the All-Stars 7.
Right, when you have such a tall block, that is what happens. You want to be thinking and then trying to find spaces around the block just to be safe. But then again, if you are fortunate to hit and the block catches you, they catch you very badly. So you are just careful to be able to make a point. And now the point goes out as a service error, rather painful.
Very ambitious one from the man Kazim. Well, and Niger would pick another point, 10-7.
That's right. they start peeling up and peeling away. You have to be careful about those small unforced errors.
Yeah, it's favor. And favor, we hopefully need some favor from the Lord. Keep it up. And two men for one ball. Look at Jerome. Jerome says, it was my ball. Jerome, done a great day. Yes, it was my ball, but Nigeria wouldn't care whose ball it was. They pick up their points.
Right, rather unfortunate.
The trick shot. Always with that trick shot.
Exactly. With a 3-man block waiting patiently for you, the wisest thing to do, it might be that you drive it beautifully like he did there, or you send it back to the backcourt with some power. But if you try to hit, it may get through though. But then if you are blocked, it's the most disappointing block in volleyball.
You can also look at how three tall men ride for that ball, but then he does so well, the man Kazim, to get it over them and get a point for the All-Stars. 8-11. Thankfully the man is up and play continues, well received by the Customs, and this time with little power, but quick point for Niger boys coming in from Akande Philip Ayobami. So far, what's impressed you? I mean, you're scouting for the player of the game so far for you.
I'm looking at Taiwo in my screen now, and then he has been a very impactful player on the Nigerian side. I'm also looking at Philip with some blocks and some disciplined action there, and then also number 8 shirted man there with the kill. He did not come to play. Prince Will.
Very careful, the Ghana police are around. If you kill someone here, you might be arrested.
Jones, it's a volleyball term to say kill.
I know right.
I've been trying to use short, but somebody who asked me, is it soccer? Are you playing short? The Americans call it kill, we call it spike. You know, in any way, they are volleyball terminology.
Yes, that's just by the way though. And Nigeria keep it in play. Final one, not effective. And Benin All-Stars pick up the point. And so substitution. Jerome is out. We see the introduction of Kakpo Wilfred. Let's see what will he would impact in this game. The Niger boys. Yes, great block again from, and look at the man. Brilliant block from Clever. He's a clever guy. Techu Clever showing great resilience, although they're still trailed by 3 sets, and now it gets to 4 sets, 14-10, and Niger Customs leading by 4 points. I must say, the All-Stars do have 10 and Niger Customs 14.
Oh, Philip serves into the net
and retains a favor.
Yes, and that's a 3 points that the All-Stars team did not work for at all. I would prefer that you give them the ball, let them get the point with an attack. If they are not able to, then you can show them how potent the attack. Wow, right on cue there. A massive middle play, raced away by Kazim.
And Jerome misses it again. Not so happy with himself at the repositions as we wait for Okoye Princewell. Okoye Princewell with the ball now, but referee gives him the go ahead. SVC not there, coming in from Basani, and Nigeria will pick up another point.
Wow, that's a nice rally there. That's a positive formation also from the Favor. From Favor, the Nigerian setter was trying to play it quick. Wow, star block there. Kazim and Favor combined to put a block on Regis, and that will lead us to a timeout by the All-Stars team of Benin.
What do you think Nigeria is doing right in this set? And I'm hoping a 6-point gap, because when we looked at the first set, at a point like this, it was 17-17. You actually see that the Beninois, the All-Stars, had a game for these Niger boys, but now it is looking like Niger found things and giving that cup to the boys for Benin.
Right, so they are much more relaxed in this second set. Looks like like I said earlier, the first set is for testing out your strength, seeing your opponent, and also recognizing gaps within your opponent's strategy. And now in the second set, they are much more relaxed, and then they are playing, I think, their strategic game. They are in a 6-point lead, and now Prince Will goes back to serve.
Jerome receives it well, and chance Prince Will keeps it up for Nigeria. Then one vicious. It was cooked, but it was bent. Yes, it was cooked from Nigeria, but food was bent. You can get to see that again. Man repositions himself. He's sensitive, but goes out, and a point for the Benin boys.
We've had a substitution. Regis is off, and then Wilfred comes in. Clava serves into the net and apologizes to the bench. The line. Nice play there by the substitute Wilfred. He has come in with some power there. The service line.
Now
it's Albert.
The Alberto. It's a game for men, trust me. A lot of power in there. Another block. And Benin getting themselves back into some good position.
They want to
see the deficit to 4 points, 18-4. And another timeout. The timeout is like calling to your savior.
Exactly. It's
calling for help.
It's a technical tool which the coaches rely on and mostly use to break the rhythm of their opponent. As the Beninois has inched closer to the Nigerian lead, now cutting into 4, you would like your team to be a bit more relaxed. You should be pressure free and then focus on the next set. But then again, like I explained in the other broadcast, there may be a certain, should I say, a disease with timeout, such that it is much more likely for you to win the next point than your opponent winning the next point. Because I don't know how it works, but it works for all these years.
It has worked all these years. And so the man in his blue shirt, Albert, and point goes to the Benin boys, 15-18. Super Volleyball Championship. You're watching us on TV. You join us here tomorrow. Bring the kids, bring the baby girls, bring everyone. Let's enjoy some good volleyball here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. Well put together court for the 13th African Games. It's another story to tell, the 13th African Games. If you know, you know. And then we'll continue with our volleyball here, saying a big thank you to the likes of the Red Bull energy drink, NASCO Electronics, of course, as well as the Pella mineral water, Jata cement, and Japan Motos, as well as soccer bets for the boys, the mailbox, and LKD graphics, and a big one for Kratos SE for supporting volleyball, 4th time for this. And there you see men from Nigeria and Benin in this edition as well. As the Niger boys keep it up, they're sending in, but GHOne will try, but reminds me of a poem we used to recite back in primary school. I will try. He tried and tried, but this time to no avail. GHOne, the point goes to Niger Customs, who hit the 20 mark.
Right, so they've hit that 10 around mark where you would rather hurry up to reach the finish line. Beautiful pickup there by Emmanuel. Taiwo, wow! This is volleyball.
And Taiwo continuing the good points in your books. You talked about how strong he was, timing his jumps and getting the ball over the net, and wins another point for this man. But this time around, Benin would have a consolation point to send things to 16 to 22.
Taiwo on a free net spike there with some kind of confusion for the Beninois block. Rather unfortunate. Hafiz mistimed his jump.
You know how we always say in Ghana that force them to play nonsense. That's the typical one, or force them to receive nonsense. And there is the 10 of Niger to send it in and Favor brings it up. Benin boys will send one in. Niger kicks it up. Block is on the All Stars.
Wow!
Falling.
A beautiful cut to the line.
That's falling. GHOne, a lot of eyes on GHOne. You think there's so much pressure on the young man?
There is the role of the lead role is that tiresome. And then it has to do with defense and intelligence on the court to anticipate the attackers on the opponent side, and then to rather defend on those tight lines and angles.
Here is Favor, sends one, and he does not merit any favor from God and man, and even the referee as he goes out and he awards a point to Benin All Stars in the red. Now see Namu Shabel serves, and the serve is a poor one. He serves rice with so much salt and it's too bitter, and now it is done. A set over 2-0, and we can say it is looking like a comfortable lead for the Niger Customs.
Well, earlier I predicted that I expect the Nigerians to put this away in speedy fashion, and like we've all seen, they are doing that with some alacrity. We may take this as consolation to the Super Eagles loss yesterday. We may just console ourselves. Perhaps, like their coach spoke earlier in the day, he says that they came here for the trophy. So let's see. Perhaps they may replace the World Cup trophy with the Super Bowl Championship trophy, and then maybe they may have some consolation in Nigeria. In your shot there are highlights. Those are Emmanuel Uda. He sends it into the net and all that. But then again, the Nigerian team are doing very well. They are doing very well. They are much more disciplined and relaxed in the second set, and then they've set their block very nicely. Well, we may have a comeback. Like I said, the volleyball, whether you lead by some points or you lead by a set, is still not over. There's a much more volleyball to play, and hence you want to keep your leg on the accelerator as you accelerate to the final or you accelerate to the end of the match. Well, but like I've said earlier, I expect the Nigerian Customs team to put this away.
And there you see the Niger boys in the second set, picking all the points, throwing confusion into the camp of Benin. Another one there, GHOne could not receive in his green shirt, and the coach of the Niger side issuing instructions, urging his players on. Let's get it done in about. It is live on GHOne TV. Yes. It is live on GHOne TV. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. Get to Facebook right about now. You are leaving home. You want to still enjoy it. Don't worry. Get data. And just get to YouTube now. GHOne TV. Get to Facebook. GHOne TV. And of course, X GHOne TV or Twitter GHOne TV. You see a lot of people here as well enjoying the game of volleyball. It is a 2025 Super Volleyball Championship, 4th edition, put together by Kratos SC and official media partner EIB Network Star 103.5 FM, GHOne TV, Ultimate FM, Empire FM, Ago TV. We do have Ago FM, Kasapa FM, as well as Ebusian FM. Yes. We are big. That is the EIB network for you, making sure that the 2025 Super Volleyball Championship is brought to you. Nothing is missed out on when it comes to volleyball here. And so we're doing that for you. Let me remind you that on the 6th of December, ladies and gentlemen, 6th of December, we are working for health, we're working for vibes, we're working to make sure that we keep fit and stay focused. And it is the Star Corporate Walk. Yeah, that's on the 6th of December. Would begin at the premises of GHOne TV and Star FM. Star Corporate Walk. Let's link up on the 6th of December. Come meet Bolare, come meet Sewameye, come meet all the people you see on GHOne TV and listen to on Star 103.5 FM. Back to volleyball, back to Borteyman. And we now wait as Dechu Clava gets the green light from the referee. And the ball is kept in play by Benin. Niger will put some passes together. Whoa, nice one from Benin. And the forcing, brilliant one from the Benin All-Stars. Great one from David. Getting a point, first point of the set. And ball is kept in. Benin, Niger, Akambi.
Wow.
Cooked and well served. Cooked and well served from Bassani Regis. Bassani getting the second point in the third set for Benin, although they are down by 2-0. And the ball is quickly changed as Captain Clave gets a poor serve, and as Cornelius will always say, an easy serve, 3 points for the Niger Customs.
Well, if you don't work and you get free money, who doesn't like free money?
Benin, poor direction of their ball, and what's that? The referee gives the point to...
Right, that was a net touch, a net violation
the
there.
Benin boys.
Yes.
And so, Alassane Hafiz would want to change position, get closer to us here in commentary position. It does send it to the Niger Customs, and powerful touch from the man in his 15 shirt, Emmanuel Uda.
I tell you what, volleyball is a game of inches, angles, and all that. if you don't move towards the ball is not coming directly to you. As David was, in a stationary position, he should have moved a bit towards the ball in a defensive position, and then they would have had a good play. That's a brush out.
Oh, the block came in, but then it went out, and he headed the brush out. He brushed it out. And don't think too far, ladies and gentlemen. And another poor one for Pasani Regis. Point goes to the Niger Customs. Ball picked up. Says okay. Pasani comes in from Akande. Akande well received by the All-Star. Powerful block combination, and there you see the little dance combination of Kazim and Emmanuel Duda. You get to see that again. Powerful one from Customs, and a quick dance from Kazim Mutu. Customs, Taiwo, well received. Here is, and gets a yes from Cornelius.
Right, that's the beautiful point there. The block is supposed to be formed where you will have your hands beyond the net, and then that one will help you. But if it's in your own court, then it will fall into your own court. That's yet another service error. It looks like the Beninois will work hard for the point, but yet
it's out.
And then
it's out.
Perhaps Christmas has come early for the Nigerians. There is a Father Christmas
in town. Play does continue. No, yeah.
Wow.
Great block.
Kazim there. Kazim with favor. On the two-man block, he shuts down Claver. Monster block there. See the height of the block. Wow. Beautiful discipline block.
Well,
he goes for the line shot but misses narrowly.
So that's go out. And 7 points to 5. Niger leading by 7. Powerful one coming in from Emmanuel Uda. And another point. It is looking interesting here. Here we see that again. Uda set it in. Benin All-Stars trying to return it. It was a feeble one. Fell into their court. Point goes to Niger. Timeout for the All-Stars from Benin. 8-5 Niger Customs. It is looking like maybe it would be another 3-0. We've seen a lot of 3-0s in this tournament.
Yes, this day 2 has been such a dominance from any dominating team at all. They make sure they put the points away in such a way that they express their outpowering power over their opponents. And
I mean, we the Wings men's team losing to the prison service 3-0, surprising. And for the police side, they beat the Navy 3-0. Men's side, Kalibi also beat immigration 3-0. And then the Elwak Wings fell to Nigeria Customs 3-0. And it is likely that we might see another 3-0 in the last game for the evening. It is day 2 of the 2025 SAC Super Volleyball Championship here. Niger coming in, it is kept up, but trying to support, not successful. And so will be the 10 of Badmos Taiwo.
I tell you, Emmanuel Uda on your screens now is doing the most at the opposite position.
Yeah.
He and Taiwo has literally edged the Nigerian team on with such attacks and such service. Only unfortunate that Taiwo misses that one. It goes wide.
So it is now 9-7. Yes, the All Stars trailing 7-9. And another one from the tall man. So tall. Height plays a role in that. And then it means that for people like me, volleyball might be only a dream. Well, Benghazi says, I might be a liberal. Free me. Another point for Niger. And they're running away with this one.
Yes, they are. Well, for people like you, as you were saying, if you are that determined and you really want to play as an attacker, then you might want to double your training on the attacking role. Wow, beautiful line shots there by Emmanuel. I tell you what, he's making the most for the Nigerian team. Does everything in his power to get a point. Right on your screen there, watch it. Wow, the libero just shifted a bit. And I told you earlier, Jones, volleyball is a game of angles and inches. The slightest movements can cause the greatest harm, as you see on your screen now.
And another point for Niger Customs. And it looks like it is getting now really comfortable for the Niger Customs, who after leading in 2 sets are now leading 13-7. And I mean, the Benin boys, the All Stars, are not too bad at all.
No,
but
they aren't.
It looks like they've met a proper competition in grade 1 there from the young man. But then it looks like the Niger boys are a bit up that notch for the All Stars.
Yes, that's so true. I think the Nigerian Customs team are much more disciplined. They are playing a good system. And then, like you said, they have the power and the men to also execute their strategy. I can tell you that for what I've seen, it looks like the All-Stars team are not playing from the middle position just because of a few miscues they've had, a few miscommunication between the setter and the middle blocker. It's very disingenuous, and then it doesn't help their cause, as now the Nigerian team may know that it's just an outside ball that they might be defending. So for the middle blocker of the Nigerian team, you have to wait. When the ball travels far, you move there to make a block. But if the middle block of the Benin team were really attacking, it will have that effect on the blockers of Nigeria to stay at the net, thereby giving the opponent, just again, like I was saying, another miscommunication between the setter and the middle blocker. They're very frustrating.
And so,
but yet a net fault, and that dashes them a point.
It dashes them a point. So 14-10, and we will see another one from the captain, Akande Philip.
Well, Jones, the effect of the middle blocking role is a major tool, because it's the middle. It forms a foundation, if you can say, to the whole defense of the team. That's the first point of defense. The block is the first point of defense. Hence, if your block is strong, the other parts of your defense would be easier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've been in this position before. What do you think is running through the minds of the All-Stars losing 2 sets, and I mean a gap of, say, now reduced to 4? So what do you think will be running through their mind after starting so well but then not getting anything out of it?
It's very disappointing, as you've espoused energy. You've used all the tactics you might have learned at training, and you are still wanting to get ahead and then also win a set. But then the more you get closer, the more the Nigerian Customs team inches far away, just like we've seen now.
It is like a mirage.
Yes, you will never reach.
Close, but you never get there. Well, Akandi sitting, and it's Captain trying to go for the edge of the court, but then Another point for Niger, 17-11. And the man will pick up the ball again. Captain Akande, Philip.
I know some people back home may say that his service is easier. The All-Stars team should be dealing with it a bit better. But I tell you what, again, he's serving with that technique of a knuckleball where the ball changes direction with respect to the air quality. Hence, it is not easily received, just like Cristiano Ronaldo's knuckleball free kick. By the time you see, you as the goalkeeper behind the ball, sees the ball swerving. And
it's already in the net.
Yes, you may not be able to deal with it properly.
And so the All-Stars would now have a point of theirs, 12-17. As Manny in a 4-shirt, Blausi, Wilfred cannot go over the line. And so a free point, as Cornelius would always say, to the Niger Customs, 18-12. Uda, well received by Benin, comes in, kept, well, is it kept in?
A net fault.
And so 13-18. Benin, the All-Stars in all red. But it be like my eye no really red. And another one, poor one this time around from Albert Hungbeji.
Jones, I tell you, the service in the indoor court is always different from the one outside, as there is no assistance from the air. The air is as it is, so you need a lot of power and energy to send the ball over the net.
Oh, very ambitious, but this time around, Manoluda could not get it over. And so Benin would pick up another point as the man in a 16 shirt and sends it in. Well received by Niger, but poor communication on the part of Kazim and Abdul Basit. Yes, that's his name. Abdul Rashid. Giving a free point and keeping hopes alive, a tiny hopes of the Benin All-Stars who will serve.
That is a nightmare for a setter where your middle blocker is not able to make contact with your ball. But right on cue, he makes up for that. But this play particularly is a very good play because it gives a certain re-boosting. It re-energizes the middle blocker to do good work. That's a good repetition there by Abdul Basit.
Nice one. They always get this right.
Into the open court. Yeah. Just again, because of the anticipation of the block, the defense forms behind the block and away from the middle. Hence, a little dent, some small touch may make you a point.
Yeah, it's the Chu Clave, captain of the side, awaiting a referee's green light. And the green light comes to the man in red. He sends it into the box of the men in blue, and the men in blue hit it up, the All-Stars, and they try to find the open space again. Well, is it in?
No, it goes out.
Taiwo could not keep it in, and so Clava would leave the ball as a timeout is called, and 2017 or 17-20, but Niger Customs would lead the set and of course lead the game as well. They are 2 sets up to that of the All-Stars, who have nothing, and leading the final set, probably the final set by 20-17. Live on GHOne TV, on YouTube, GHOne TV, on Facebook, GHOne TV, on X, GHOne TV as well. We would be streaming on TikTok, GHOne TV. 2025 SAC Super Volleyball Championship as Niger try to get another point. The Beninois would keep it up. The Customs come in. The final one, is kept in from the Benin boys and enjoying some rally, and finally will Jerome succumbing to that heavy shot from Niger Customs.
That's a beautiful rally there, and those are beautiful shot selection from the Nigerian team. Abdul Basit varying the attack, and then earlier the number 1 shirted man Godfred came to substitute Philip, the captain. Taiwo there, beautiful shot. Here comes the boom. Wow. Jones, you are not short to play volleyball. As I see Taiwo there, his height is just like yours. Well, if you train enough, just look at it. Yes. Wow.
But I have a good jump, trust me.
Well, unless you get to the court and we hang a ball, that's where you would understand.
Brilliant one from Taiwo. But then again, Gamble takes a gamble, and the gamble falls in a ditch. And the man in his number 1 shirt, Gamble Godfrey, his gamble fell. And so another point to the All-Stars, who now have 18. And man, Alfred Kosehode would pick up the ball in his 5 shirt. And a feeble one. And look at the scream from Gambo. He said, hey.
Volleyball is not to the weak, I tell you.
23-18. The 2 points away from getting it all done after a shaky start. The Niger Customs. It is sent in. The All-Stars trying to pick a point for themselves. But Taiwo tries to fake a shot. And the touch is over. Comes in, yes, they pick a point. The All-Stars, not a bad team at all. You look at that again. Picking it, finding a space behind Abdul Basit and Abdul Rashid to get that point. And a good block, super block. But goes out. What will it profit a man to get a good block but get the ball out?
I tell you, Emmanuel is playing the ball with such power in his hands. Wow.
And so now Niger will be looking for that match point, 24-19, ladies and gentlemen. It is looking easy for the Niger Customs, who have made a light work, paperwork, easy work of the All-Stars. Of course, the All-Stars drew everything they had. And there you can see the go ahead from the referee Agbo, and the Niger keep it up, keep it in play. And a powerful one. Look at the celebration from the man. Ange is so short. As for him, I would agree. I'm taller than him, though. But showing some good sportsmanship there. The man, look at that again. Powerful one. And, so difficult for Abdul Rashid to handle.
In Ghana, we have a saying that short man no be half man. And it is those short people who aim to jump very high. They touch way above the net because they've determined to do so. I know the story of Nishida of Japan. Her sister was playing and then she determined to play. He began to train, only that because of his height, he was trained really hard and he's making it massively.
And that does it. That does it for the encounter between the Niger Customs and the All Stars from Benin. Well, they put in a good fight, but the men on your screens now in their blue attire, they prove too stubborn, they prove too strong for the Benin All Stars, and so the ceremonial and professional handshake as they'll bid farewell, exchange pleasantries, and say that we could have done it better, but congratulations to you, and also say that better luck next time. Yes, and that is what they're doing now. The Niger Customs and, of course, the Benin All-Stars. GHOne finally saying goodbye to coach, captain Akande Philip Ayobami, and the Niger boys experiencing the Niger spirit. Look at that again. They started pretty well. The boys from Benin pretty well, but then it does it. So winning 3 straight sets, another 3 straight sets from the Niger boys. Quick one before we get to our post-match.
Right, so we've seen multiple 3 straight sets in today's games, and it's just amazing. This shows the quality of the players and the teams that are coming in with much more energy and power. Well, we wish that they would have continued a bit more. Benin showed such good promise, but again, the Nigerians overpowered them. There was a good strategy they meted out, and then they've got this win. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Cornelius, Nick, Paco. He has so many names. Tomorrow we'll talk about it. So many names. I am Jones, ADZI, and this was brought to you from the Borteyman Sports Complex, EIB Network. So many men behind the scenes doing wonderful work for you as we brought you the final game for the day. We're back here tomorrow, yes, when we do bring you that, 3rd day of super volleyball championship here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. I am Jones, ADZI, in the company of Cornelius, and we'll be back tomorrow. Do stick and stay. It is GHOne TV, and we are your best experience. We outside.
So it's all over here, the Borteyman Sports Complex, the very final game for the particular match between Benin and Nigeria. So the Customs of Nigeria winning 3 sets to 0 in this particular one against the All Stars of Benin. I've been joined at the interview position by a Nigerian player. He stood out in this particular one. I'll be talking to him pretty shortly, but I'm sure you've enjoyed. So these are some of the highlights of this evening's game. Nigeria taking all for your information. They came, they saw, and what a way to win this particular one. 3 sets to 0. It ended in favor of Nigeria's Customs. All right. So we promise to give you nothing but the best with regards to this season's the 2025 SAC Super Volleyball Championship. So yeah, that is what it is here, and today it's ended. You can see crawling on your screens currently the points gap between the women and who is topping currently when it comes to the women, and tomorrow we'll be definitely bringing you all the games here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. All right, so I'm actually joined here by one of the best players. Obviously, he was adjudged the man of the tournament, or man of the game, actually. Congratulations, your name and then the role you play.
I'm Badmus Taiwo Apikowi from Nigeria Customs.
Okay, Taiwo, tell us, going into this particular game, were you confident you've never met Benin All-Stars before, but you were confident you were going to win this one?
We've been camp for so long to prepare for this match. So we've really prepared for the match. That's why we are showing our talents. And we promise to show more in our upcoming games. We are having Ghana Police tomorrow. We are promising to show more of our talents. Really.
Okay. Your coach also is very confident. He says you actually been, you've gotten a lot of backing from your bosses from the customs of Nigeria, and so that's what is stirring you up to victory.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And tell us, going against police tomorrow, you've not seen Ghana police play, but you're really confident with what you're doing. You can win that game.
Yes. We've watched their match today, so when we get home, we are going to rest more and strategize about our next game. And we promise to win. We are promised to come out fully tomorrow.
Okay, all right. So that was Taiwo. He was adjudged man of the game actually between Benin All-Star and Nigeria's Customs there, and it ended 3-0 in favor of Nigeria's Customs. Thank you very much, Taiwo.
Thank you.
Sure. All right. So yeah, that's it for us here. We'll be going over to Sports Atom. He's also standing by in the stands. We'll try and then get him to also speak to a few people here. But then before we go though, we've got the coach of the Benin side. The coach of the Benin side is also going to be joining us to just talk about this. But for your information, if you were not part of this particular one this evening here at the Borteyman Sports Complex, you really missed a lot. Let me just pick the thoughts of the coach of assistant coach for the Benin All-Stars team. I already spoke to the coach himself before the game. He was confident they were in to surprise, but unfortunately it ended 3-0 in favor of Nigeria. All right. Unfortunately, your side lost. We did speak to your senior coach initially, but what didn't go well for the All-Stars team this evening?
Donc, on demande de votre partie. On a parlé à votre coach avant de commencer et il nous a rassuré qu'au moins vous allez bien jouer. Donc, qu'est-ce que s'est passé? Est-ce qu'il avait des difficultés, il avait des problèmes?
Je dirais oui. Sinon, il y a le petit souci d'adaptation que nous avons eu comme difficulté. Sinon, on a essayé de faire de notre mieux. Ça a été un grand plaisir pour nous de participer à cette compétition de Super Championship de Ghana. Au passage, nous remercions beaucoup le président de la zone 3, le président de All-Star, le président de la Fédération béninoise de volleyball, au passage, le président Ali Yaro, qui a su nous donner cette chance de participer pour une première fois à cette compétition. Ça a été, je dirais, une expérience pour nous. C'est pour ça que nous sommes là. Si on a pu, ça a été une adaptation également, puisqu'on n'est pas trop habitué à jouer dans des compétitions du genre. Je crois que c'est une expérience pour nous. Les fois prochaines, nous allons nous préparer davantage pour pouvoir faire mieux. Et ça ne fait que commencer. Je pense qu'avec le temps, nous allons ménager nos plus d'efforts pour donner plus de leçons. Merci beaucoup.
So from the coach, he's saying that it's true they gave us the assurance they will try their best. Like they said, this is their first time playing at this level. They really thank their president for giving them the opportunity. They were not really surprised, but they play well. They did their best and they've learned a lot for playing from giant people from the Nigeria. They know they've learned a lot, and next time when they're on the pitch, they are going to do better. They are going to try their best, because seeing other people playing, see the Nigerians playing, they've actually learned a lot from them. They are very grateful for the opportunity, because this is their first time playing at an international level.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Let's now hand over to Sports Atom, who is also standing by, just to pick thoughts of some of the fans before they leave.
So yeah, it was a double for the Nigerians, because they won, that is the male edition, and also the female also won against Elwak Wings. And of course, I have with me the captain for the women's team, Nigeria Custom. They managed to beat Elwak Wings by 3-0. How do you feel after winning your first game up against Elwak Wings?
I feel excited, and the team will feel excited, and we feel we'll do more as the time goes.
Yeah, your guys also grabbed the in the game against All Stars. I saw the support from you girls. How do you feel?
We feel great. We feel great, and we've come to win, and we must win. That's what we are here for.
Okay, so finally, your next game is against Immigration. What are you expecting from Nigeria Customs tomorrow?
A great win, a 3-0 win. That's what you should expect.
So you heard from them, they said a great win they will get from them tomorrow. They will come up against Nigeria Customs. So this is what the captain for the female team had to say in their game that is set tomorrow for.
All right, thank you very much, Atom. Now I've got the winning coach here. That is the Nigeria Customs coach, just to tell us what really worked for his side. You were very confident that you guys were going to win, and obviously it ended 3-0. 3-0. Were you expecting 3-0 actually?
Of course, it's volleyball match. Anything can happen, but we are prepared with the encouragement, as I said, we are getting from the CGC, the Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service. Nothing is always expected of us apart from the best.
Wow. So, I mean, a lot of people were like, okay, so it's actually because of the backing and also the kind of, response you got from your, bosses. That's why you're putting out this performance.
Sure.
Okay. Sure. So tell us, tomorrow you're coming up, hopefully not tomorrow, but you have other games to play. Yeah. What should we expect from your team?
As I always say, nothing but the best.
Okay. Thank you very much, Coach.
You're welcome.
And all the best.
Thank you.
All right. So, that was, obviously you wouldn't get this anywhere else but here on GHOne TV. We promise you nothing but the best of coverages, and we're bringing you the SAC Super Volleyball Championship. Tomorrow there are games coming up for your information. Today was day 2. Great games that we brought you. Wins from Air Force, wins from obviously the side, both men and women, and a host of them. I'm sure tomorrow you won't miss anything here. Let me just bring you a few of the fixtures to expect tomorrow. Nigeria Customs comes up against Ghana Immigration. Ghana Kalibi FC will also be playing WAC Wings, Ghana Air Force, Ghana Police Service, Ghana Navy, and the Ghana Army. So those are the women. Those are the women games coming up. Ghana Prisons comes up against Ghana Air Force. Ghana Police also against All Stars of Benin. Then later on, we've got Ghana Army come up against the WAC Wings, and Nigeria Customs against Ghana Navy to wrap up tomorrow. So hopefully, I'm sure tomorrow you stick and stay with us here on GHOne TV to give you nothing but the best with regards to sports coverages. Thank you so much for making this time out with us also. Thanks to the production team, those inside the OB van, Banini, all the guys, Ezekiel, Frank, Kwame, Danny, the cameraman here, a host of them all making this possible, Francis Toto, a whole lot of them. All right, so that's how we wrap up the show here. Don't miss anything tomorrow as we come to you live tomorrow at 1 p.m. We bring games, and also at 4 p.m. for the live coverage of our continuous coverage of this season's SAC Super Volleyball Championship.